When it comes to buildings that represent authority, the White House, which is home to the President of the United States of America, is arguably the most recognizable structure on the planet. Located in Washington, D.C. at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, it boasts a fascinating interior history. Numerous prominent global leaders have also paid this location visit over the years. This portrayal of American leadership has undergone constant expansion, renovation, demolition, and reconstruction to produce the current, modern edifice. Hidden alarms. Unquestionably, the White House is well secured, and the numerous alarms positioned throughout the property and main building are essential components of the security system. Later on, we'll delve more into the topic of outside security. For now, let's focus on the White House, and specifically the Oval Office, which functions as the President's personal workspace. Is one location where the Secret Service usually waits outside when the President is present. One expert claims that this is because there are systems in place to inform the agents if everything is going well or not on the other side of the door. But generally, the agents would find it bothersome to be out of sight of the President. The President knows that the Secret Service will swarm the Oval Office if he moves any of the trinkets or decorations about. These items carry the presidential seal and are alarm setting. Thus, if you happen to find yourself here, just take care not to touch anything on the shelves or his desk. Infrared. Going back outdoors, the White House grounds have seen increased security measures every few decades. For instance, before the fencing and increased security, one might approach the White House unassisted and not risk being accosted by a few Secret Service operatives. Nowadays, a lot of the area around the White House is barricaded off, and getting close requires going through a number of security checks. Air and water quality. We typically use a furnace filter or a fresh water filter to maintain the quality of the air and water. Even while the President breathes air and drinks water in the White House, where he resides, it might not be totally correct to claim that water and air are the same for him. The White House's water system has a high infiltration rate and several sensors that are continuously looking for any signs of radiation or poisoning, because water sources can get contaminated. The water system shuts off, and an internal backup system is used if these residues are discovered. It is said that in order to protect the buildings from any possible chemical or biological threats, the airflow within the White House is maintained slightly higher than outside. The same kind of arrangement holds true for the air. After an alarm has been set off, sensors continuously scan the air for any foreign or unusual materials and can quickly shut down. Trapdoor. The Oval Office has long been the subject of a persistent rumor that there is a hidden trapdoor. In truth, many people think the trapdoor lies under the President's desk and can be used as an emergency escape route. But since the Resolute desk is one of the well-known desks used in the Oval Office, this notion in the trapdoor is definitely a mist-induced misunderstanding. Over time, a panel that opens like a secret door was installed on the front of this piece of furniture. Discussions regarding this feature most likely led to the myth of the hidden trapdoor, which maintained that an emergency exit was constructed into the wall of the Oval Office during the Reagan era. This door might be opened by the President, granting him access to a secret stairway, although it would be convenient to think that the President uses the hidden stairway to enter his superhero lair. It is more likely that it provides him with access to the extensive subterranean infrastructure located beneath the White House. Underground. The White House's two basement levels indicate that it is twice as long below ground as it is above. Indeed, those hidden entrances and corridors lead straight to a network of tunnels and rooms below ground. Over the years, you've undoubtedly heard rumors about them, but nobody has ever been certain whether they actually exist. In addition to the polling booth and the Situation Room, other establishments in this vicinity include a flower shop, a dentist's office, a carpenter's shop, a chocolate shop, and a laundry. It's basically a presidential strip mall. Plus, there are all those passages that are supposed to link to other buildings near the White House. Yes, there was once a tunnel leading to the Treasury building, and a bomb shelter was built there. Contrary to what the administration would have us think, there is currently no solid evidence that a sophisticated system of tunnels links the White House to the rest of Washington. It's time for our quiz now that our tour is over. With more than 130 rooms. Rooftop Sensors. Everyone knows that the Secret Service is heavily staffed at the White House. If you look closely, you can sometimes even see agents on the top of the well-known Washington Monument. They are probably not up there for a change of scenery. Rather, they are probably maintaining a careful watch over the area, and may even be holding one or more sniper rifles. They might also be up there performing an inspection of all the installed sensors and antennas. But those antennae, along with other strange-looking debris, are supposed to be part of a radar system that monitors the airspace directly surrounding the White House. Given the size of radar systems, we can't be completely certain, but a closer inspection reveals cameras and antennae that are most likely employed to monitor the White House. Pull secret? In 1975, Gerald Ford erected an outdoor pole at the White House after determining that it was necessary. Ford, who is said to be an enthusiastic swimmer, recognized the need for a pole when the FDR Air Indoor Pool was replaced with the West Wing's briefing room. Although the pole received a lot of attention, neither national security or the president's safety or protection from armed invaders is truly at risk in this White House secret. A cabana was built shortly after it was designed, allowing the first family to change and have a private shower. Furthermore, the pole was deceptively concealed from the West Wing by the cabana. A secret passageway was built from the main floor of the West Wing to the cabana, allowing the president and his family to enter and exit the pole without ever having to cross the grass or run the risk of being photographed in their bathers by photographers. The wine cellar. As the President of the United States, you possess the authority to eavesdrop on virtually everyone, command a sizable and sophisticated land army, command the respect of most nations, and command a potent nuclear deterrent. One would imagine that someone in this kind of position would likewise be respected. A very impressive wine cellar. After all, a building as important and majestic as the White House would undoubtedly have a wine cellar to match. Though not much is known about the actual layout or contents of the cellar, some wine specialists who have been there report that it is quite small compared to a typical house. Only a single cabinet remained from the original wine cellar when the country finally realized what had happened. Food testers. The president has a team of food tasters whose only job it is to make sure nothing evil was hidden in their food while it was being prepared. These employees will test for poison and notify the president right away if they receive a bad batch of groceries. This will help prevent foodborne diseases that could keep them out of the restroom and in the Oval Office. The Secret Service checks to make sure nothing is interfering with the dish even before the ingredients are added to the pan. Guard dogs. Since 1975, the Secret Service has employed Belgian Shepherds as guard dogs, despite their expert training that prepares them to chase, bite, and dismember an attacker. These animals are still safe enough to be around youngsters. President Obama was saved by Hurricane and Jordan the dog in more recent times when someone climbed the White House fence. The dogs were released right away, charging at the assailant at 30 miles per hour, taking him to the ground and holding him there until their handlers could get to him. The jumper was charged with assault for striking these White House security canines, in addition to trespassing. I hope you like the hidden secret of the White House. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching till the end.